Hey guys, it's Max. I just got here to the South Rim. I'm staying at the El Tovar Hotel. It's about 7 o'clock at night. I'm gonna go get some dinner and carb up. Tomorrow is my first ever solo Rim2Rim. And it's gonna be a unique challenge because instead of me trying to fight the heat like I usually do, it's gonna be mostly rain and cold because it's gonna be 100% thunderstorms tomorrow. And I'm gonna start hiking at 4 in the morning, so it's gonna be pretty chilly. I mean, right now it's about 68 degrees in the South Rim, so in the morning, you know, it's gonna be like in the 30s. And on top of that, the water pipes down at the canyon burst, so it'll be very, very limited water. So whatever I bring in is what I'm taking, and I have a filtration system, so I can drink from this creek, so I should be okay. But I'm gonna go get some dinner now. My bed is already prepared with my miscellaneous items, my snacking food, and my clothing. I'll pack this stuff tonight so I can wake up pretty early and be at the trail by 4 a.m. Again guys, I'll be sending a link tomorrow morning from my two-way satellite phone, so if anybody wants to keep track of live tracking me going down the trail, and you also can send me a message during. That'll be awesome. If anything, I'll see you guys in the North Rim. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Already got up, got my shower in, been eating a banana, some eggs, orange juice, maybe some crackers. Getting ready. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I haven't shaken like this in a while, but this is good. This is why I'm doing it. It's the only time you can experience these kind of feelings, is to throw yourself out there. So I got about another 10 minutes to get ready, call the taxi to take me to South Cabot Trail, and we'll see how cool it is out there. I think it's about 55 degrees, and it's gonna start coming down 80%, 90% around 6 o'clock in the morning, so I have about 2 hours to get down there as fast as possible. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, I'm heading outside, the taxi's coming. It's kind of freaky, everybody's sleeping, but this hotel makes me feel like I'm in the Titanic. It looks old and weak, but there's like a lot of history here. Alright, I'm gonna drive the trail. Alright, so I just got to the trailhead. It's pretty quiet over here. It's drizzling. The driver told me it's gonna get worse, so might as well start early. I see some cars here, so that makes me feel good. Either people are already down there, or they're already on the North Rim. I'm not sure. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alone for quite a while. I've been down this trail many times, especially at night doing Rim2Rims, and I know it's kind of scary and spooky feeling when you're going down the trail. You can't see anything, but you can feel that there's a hole in front of you. It's so weird. Only you gotta be able to experience it, but you can feel the pulling of this massive hole in front of you. You can feel the wind, but yet you can't see anything. It's the most bizarre feeling in the world. I'm about to feel it for 7 miles. Okay, I'm out. Got my rain jacket on. Thank you, Ken, for your $200 rain jacket. It's coming very handy. I think I'm going to use it for the remaining of the trip, and I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to send the link now so everybody can see me in the map. Message me if possible. Bye. All right, I made it to Oha Point, and it's funny. The reason why it's called Oha Point is because when you actually look down there, you'll be and I'm not getting that feeling because I can't see anything. But I'm telling you guys, this is one hell of an experience. The pace is pretty fast. The rim is keeping me cool, so I'm feeling great. But get back to you guys soon. So I made it to Cedar Ridge, the second stop on the way down. It's the first bathroom. So again, feeling pretty good, just really soaked right now. And I'm running out of songs to sing to myself. Other than that,
I'm feeling great. This is about 1.5 miles down, and still I have to hit 7. It's something that I hate doing. I know you guys can't see it, but right now I can see the light all the way in the North Rim, and it's just so deceiving. I'm trying not to look at it. All right, moving along. All right, I hit about 2 miles right now. I'm taking my first electro pill. Again, feeling really good. I found this rock that I'm standing underneath, so maybe I could stay a little dry. It's definitely different. I'm used to fighting the heat and trying to cool down, but now that I'm constantly wet, it feels refreshing, but it's also pretty deceiving because you don't think you're sweating, but you really are. So that's why I forced myself to get my electrodes right now, 2 miles in. And we got 4 to go. So no snacking yet, still feel good. I'm not burning a lot of calories because it's going all downhill and I'm not really overheating. But in maybe another mile, I'll get a snack in. Right. 3 miles in, and I just hit Skeleton Point. I think it's the last stop before I hit Colorado River and Bright Angel. But yeah, so far this is 3 miles. I feel really good. Legs are finally kicking in. I got a few messages from some people, so thank you for reaching out. It does feel good that at least I know somebody in the universe is looking at me, because it does feel pretty lonely out here. But definitely getting myself very comfortable with my mind, talking, contemplating stuff. Things are good. All right, so this should be the good stretch. Got 4 miles to go. Bye. All right, I know you can't see anything. I made a quick stop. I'm already 3.5 miles in, but my satellite phone kept going off, so I just needed to stop and just reply to some people, because I do appreciate them reaching out to me. So I'll make my effort to stop and reach out back to them. Wow, you can't see anything because I'm saving my light. I realized, you know, every time you pack everything, you're always gonna forget something, and I forgot extra batteries. So I gotta make sure that I have enough to get to the bottom, which I know I should. And in case of an emergency on the way up, I should be able to have a little bit left. But at Phantom Ranch, I could buy more batteries. I know you can't see, but without the lights, I could start seeing the outlines of the canyon now. I think the moon, or maybe it's the sun. I mean, nothing's up yet, but it's really cool because you can see the fog a little bit. It's still raining. Oh, you know, it is the moon. There it is. It's pretty cloudy, so it's kind of bummer. It's one of the things you look forward to when you do a rim to rim, because you wake up so early, you get to see the stars, and it's just crazy. And also the view. I wouldn't recommend a rim to rim if you're looking to look at the canyon, because hiking down, it just feels like you're just hiking a regular trail because you can't see anything. But luckily my imagination knows what is there, so I could picture it. But things are looking pretty right now. And again, 3.5 miles in. I have about 3.5 miles to go. See you at Phantom Ranch. Bye. All right, so finally I think you can start seeing a little bit more of the canyon. Lights coming out. First humans for the first time. Notice they're over there. Actually, it's kind of funny story. I turn around and I see lights, and I'm like, that's impossible. You know, I've been out here almost an hour by myself. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let these people pass me. So I picked up the speed a little bit, and I turn around and they're like right there. And then in a few minutes, they're like right behind me, and I'm like, are these people on freaking horses? And they happen to be runners. So I feel a lot better than they're running and caught up to me and passed me. But there they go. Not really sure if you guys could see all the way over there, the light. That's the North Rim, and I can see the lights of the resort. Let's see if I can zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but doesn't matter. It's too far away. All right, I'm gonna be taking a small break now. My first snack. It's stopped raining and it feels really good, so I'm gonna take all this wet stuff off and continue with the hike. Well, hello. First time you can see me. Yep, it's been doing it for 2 hours and 25 minutes. Gone about 4 something miles, and you can finally start seeing the canyon. This is tip off. This is where you'll be able to see the Colorado River for the first time, which we're going to see in a few seconds. Feeling pretty good. This is where I'm probably going to make my first official stop where I could sit down. I haven't sat down yet. You got to keep those legs moving. Sit down, probably eat some beef turkey. The bathroom's over there, so I'm probably gonna hit that. There's some people camping over there, which is pretty cool. Didn't know you could do that. But yeah, in a few minutes, I should be able to start seeing the Colorado River. That's South Rim, part of South Rim behind me. It's more over there, to be honest. If you look, that is a beautiful canyon with some fog. And that is the North Rim over there. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. It's so cool. And that's the Tornado over there. Feels good, man. Sweating, but wet at the same time. I could get used to this. All right. I give you folks the Colorado River. Ah, it's so refreshing to hear that sound. So close yet so far. But unfortunately, I'll be going all the way down there, but heading towards that little patch of green right here. That's Phantom Ranch over there. And then I head that way all the way up to the North Rim, which is right there. And I gotta go all the way to go. There's your zigzags. Cool stuff. All right, this is the perfect view. Sorry, I'm eating sunflower seeds. But you can see everything here. You got the Colorado River. You got the second bridge. That's the one that you go. I'm not gonna go through that bridge. That's the bridge you go if you want to go to Bright Angel and head back to the South Rim behind that one. I'm actually gonna be going down that bridge to cross over to the North Rim, and that is over there. You can see both Bright Angel Campground and Phantom Ranch, and then kind of head over through there and up to the North Rim that way, all the way over there. But this is beautiful, perfect shot. Okay, now I'm feeling it in my legs. I just hit mile 6. Got only 1 mile to go. Legs are feeling it. Still don't want to sit down. But man, it's just different. Because I feel cool. I'm wet, I'm soaked. It stopped raining, but you still got that little drizzle. So I'm not wearing my rain jacket no more. Oh man, let me show you guys around. Just peaceful. First word that comes to my mind is peace. And since those runners, like 5 in the morning, I've been the only one out here. I met some guys that are camping out on top, but besides that, I'm getting exactly what I wanted. Alright, so I got 1 mile to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just truck along and get there so I could just take my shoes off, relax, eat my sandwich. Bye. And here's one of the best parts of this trip, when you finally hit the bottom. Woo! Here's the Black Bridge. Oh, here's the river. And I am officially on the floor. And it took me 3 hours and 26 minutes, which is a all-time record for me. I am very happy. Wow, that was awesome. Averaging about 25 minutes a mile. Can't get any faster than that, folks. Oh yes, no more going down. But it's funny, I always say that now. And then when we started doing the hardest part, which is going up, I wish I was going down. Because on the way down, your legs kill. On the way up, your legs kill and your heart rate kills. So I'm not looking forward to it. It's gonna require a lot of pushing. There's some really good songs in my head. But now I'm gonna head out to Phantom Ranch, sit down, have my lunch. I have to change clothes because I'm soaked. Probably gonna be here for like 15-20 minutes to really get the legs relaxed. Check out my toes, make sure there's no blisters coming on. And I'll be back when we start the ascend. Alright, so here's Bright Angel Campground. This is where everybody kind of settles down for the night. These are all the tiny little ones for 2 to 6 people. And all the way at the end I passed the big ones where it holds 11 people. But that's where you get to camp out overnight. You got the creek right next to it, so you can fall asleep with that noise. I love it. Cannot wait to be back here October 19th with my badass group of 11. But right now, this guy is super tired, I'm super hungry, and I'm heading to Phantom Ranch for my sandwich. I'm probably gonna look at all the messages I've been getting. I haven't been able to check my device, but I hear it every time it goes off, and I don't wanna stop the momentum. But I promise I'm gonna reply to everybody. I'm gonna be here for about 20-25 minutes. Really enjoy the time. Relax. It's probably the last time I'm gonna see any humans, because no one's gonna head over to the North Rim since there's no water on that trail. But that's gonna be my biggest challenge. Let me just make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, I am. All right, take care. So here I am. I made it to Phantom Ranch a lot earlier than I expected. I still got 30 minutes before they open up the market, which is right there. Opens at 8. But this is good. I get to sit down now, relax. I wish there was a way I could dry myself out. I have to head to the bathroom. But man, these little cottages look really cool. So I'll be here for a few, replying to some messages and just relaxing and getting my legs back again. I did gonna confess, I should not be hungry. On the way down, I said I would stop and put a snack in, but it was feeling so good and I was moving so fast I didn't want to stop. And now that I'm here, I'm hungry, and I should not be hungry. You should never let yourself get hungry, because now your body has to fight twice, for the hunger and for the activity. So next time, I'm definitely going to stop and eat, like I'm going to do right now. So I'm inside the Phantom Ranch. I just opened up, and check this out.
Put it in fast. Don't dribble it and put it in fast. Oh, the candle. And you're in 9.
Cute little place, right? Just to relax and get out of the weather and get some food in. And I got my sack lunch here. For 20 bucks, you get all these goodies. So I don't know if I'm gonna eat it all, but this is gonna help at least until the next stop, which will be Cottonwood. Time to eat. All right, I'm off. Well rested. Changed the shirt, stripped the pants, showing the sexy legs. Feeling good. Already did the nervous part, which was coming down in the dark in the rain. But now the hard part is we start going high. Elevation starts increasing really fast, and the 2 stops that I was expecting to get water, there's gonna be no water. So whatever I have in my backpack right now should do it. I think I'm gonna be fine because of the weather is just beautiful right now, and I'm not really gonna be sweating as much or exerting so much. So 3 liters and then 2 other 12-ounce bottles should do the trick. But I have the water filtration system just in case. But this is it, guys. This is the push. 14 miles to go. These freaking mosquitoes. All right, I'll see you guys at the end. Oh, look at the cute little horses. That's not the way to come down the canyon. Well, I'm starting to get tired, even though right now we're still flat, but I'm taking advantage that it's flat so I can pick up some speed and then rest before we start heading back up north. Elevation is crazy. It's like 1400, all the way up to 8,000 feet above elevation, sea level. Well, it's quiet. All I hear is the water. Pretty good stuff. All right, taking a small break for some electrodes, but my watch just told me that I'm at 11 miles, so this is the official halfway point. And it feels good to say that, halfway point. Oh, but there's so much more to go. Everything feels good. The shoulders are bothering me a little bit for the weight. I'm going pretty fast. Haven't used too much water yet. If the weather stays like this is probably going to be my best hike of all times, because I'm always trying to fight the sun. But it's been nothing but cloudy, and I'm still kind of soaked and wet from this morning, and so that's keeping me cool. So far, looking good. I'm sweating. Canyon is huge. That's kind of where I was. But I'm going to keep going until I stop at Ribbon Fall, but I'm not going to go to the Ribbon Fall. There's no need to get wet right now. I'm already soaked, and it's a mile away detour. So I'm just going to stop there just to say I was there, and then just keep trucking away. And this is why there's no water on the north side of the trail, because these are the people that are trying to fix it. I don't know where the damage is, but I'm going to show you this is why this is here. We are almost 13.5 miles in, but I wanted to film this because it's one of my favorite areas, heading towards the northern rim. It's kind of funky. It's only in this little section here you get this little trail, and you're surrounded by all these green. It just doesn't feel like a Grand Canyon for like a second. And usually this is quicksand, like beach sand, and it sucks. But thanks to the rain, it's nice and padded and pretty easy. And yes, I am super tired. Super tired. I think it's because of the pace that I'm going in. But I'm trying to rest, but when I rest, the body's like, no, let's go. So I just relax for like 30 seconds, and I'm up. But see, it kind of comes and goes. That was a little section over there. Oh, there's the south rim. There it is, that's the south rim. And the north rim is over there towards the right. And it's starting to rain. This is the storm we're waiting for, so we'll see where it goes. Goodbye. Over there, with all that little fog, that's the north rim. Oh, so beautiful. But the rain is kind of starting to come down pretty fast. The mountain all the way back there, that's the south rim. Oh boy, the rain is coming down. 14 miles down, almost there. I'm about 15 miles in. Things are starting to hurt a little bit more than I wanted. I'm waiting to stop at Cottonwood to have one good last meal before the final push. Again, I enjoy the rain because it's keeping me cool, but I think it's making everything just too icky and heavy, and it just can't move very well. So I found this little cave with this huge rock that eventually in a few years is gonna fall, hopefully not today, but to keep me a little dry from the rain. It's fog everywhere. I think there's like clouds, but I should be in Cottonwood in about a mile or two, and that's when I'll take everything off and rest. I'm a little concerned because once we start getting to the north rim and it starts getting cold, I don't have nothing to dry up. I'm pretty soaked, so that's gonna make things a little interesting. But I'll deal with that when it comes. I made it to Cottonwood. Unfortunately, there's no water here like there's supposed to be, but I think I'm doing pretty good at water. Yes, I'm laying on the floor. I'm in a section of the ranger station that I shouldn't be in, but I couldn't help it. I needed cover, and I found this mat that I can lay on. My left shoulder's killing me at the bottom of my feet, and again I'm soaking wet, and I just wish there was a way I could dry. I never had to deal with rain in the canyon before, so usually you would dry up within like 5 minutes. I've been knocking on the door in the ranger station. Hopefully that someone will be there to let me borrow a towel. But right now, I think my game plan is I'm gonna take this shirt off because it's soaked. I have no other shirt, so I think I'm just gonna wear the rain jacket with no shirt on, and that should help. I'm gonna change my socks as well. Not that I can do it with my pants. And I'm gonna rest here for 30 minutes before the final push. 7 miles to go. Let me show you where I am. This is the entrance to the ranger station. So I'm just relaxing right here. Everything hurts. But I'm doing really good on time. So that's why I'm just gonna hang out right here. I can't take a nap because I'll fall asleep, then I'll be in trouble. So I'll see you guys when I move. Bye-bye. I made it to the rest house. It's the last stop before the North Rim. And this is the ranger station, and no one's here, so I got this cover. And I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit until the pain goes away, and right in front of me is the helicopter pad for real emergencies. This is where it comes. But right now, it's 5.4 miles North Rim from here, from this rest house. Unfortunately, even though it sounds very short, it's the steepest part of the canyon, even South Rim. So it's whatever I got left is gonna be used. So I hope this next video will be me on top. Bye-bye. The helicopter pad. This is where you don't want to end up when you're on the north side of the canyon. Comes from over there. And that is where I'm heading right now. 5.4 miles. I think I'm well rested. The pains that I have now, they're not gonna go away anyway, so let's get out of this hole. And it just hurts to see this. This is where I am. 620 feet, and this is where I'm heading. Almost 3,700 feet. Oh my God! Let's go do it! Halfway up the North Rim, you get rewarded with that. That's called Rowing Springs, and you can actually go there. I've never been. Just way too tired to even try. And there's even camping grounds over there. But still got ways to go. So nice. Alright, I'm about almost 2.5 miles away. And I found it. I don't know if you can hear it. Got a little creek going here. And I got some people coming in around. Well, I think I have enough water, but I wanted to test this filtration system out. Look how dirty this water is. But this thing should take care of it, so let's see what happens. Over there. That's good stuff. Here's the moment of truth. This is water that's been filtered with filtration system coming from that creek over there. I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do this because I've been wanting to do this. It tastes earthy, but I don't think I'm going to drink anymore, just in case. All right, 2.5 miles left. Here we go. Still raining a lot. I'm soaked. This is bizarre. All this fog, I can see it right now, is heading all towards me. I'm not gonna be able to see shit. How the hell am I gonna get back? Oh my god, look, it's slowly coming in. It's like the sandstorm. Well, I wanted a challenge. This is a challenge. Oh my god, it's beyond muddy. It's the steepest part of the freaking hike. On top of that, it's muddy. It hasn't stopped raining. Look at my feet. And I'm gonna get eaten by this fog. Oh boy. And things just have to get better. And I just heard the loudest thunderstorm in the history of thunderstorms. So I have no idea how much I have left. Maybe 1.5 miles. It's raining hard. There's fog. A rock just fell. Things are gonna start getting serious here. I gotta get out of here. Bye. I'm done. And it hurts. My stomach hurts. My shoulder hurts. My feet hurt. I have nothing else left. I'm done. 30 minutes behind schedule. There's nothing I could have done about it. Too much rain. Mud. My backpack weighs more than I started because it's soaked. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I have to make things worse. There's no shuttle to the room, to the hotel, and it's a mile away. So I have to walk a mile. At least it's flat surface. But I'm done. The most hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I'm probably not gonna do it again with the rain. No more. I'm done. I gotta get to the room. All right, so now that everything is done with, here's my quick summary of my trip. So what I'm gonna share with you, what worked, what didn't work, what I would never do again, and what I'm gonna stick with. But before I start, I just wanna let everybody know that I don't recommend it. I do have 4 Rim2Rims under my belt. This one makes it 5. I've been down the canyon a total of 7 times, but I was not prepared for what the weather was gonna do. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to go down the rim with extreme weather. I'm always used to going down there with beautiful sun, clear skies, and for somebody that has a company that takes people down and up the canyon, I have to be able to be prepared for extreme conditions if they happen to occur. And when I saw that Tuesday was going to be 100% chance of thunderstorm, I wanted to take my chances. Now, would I ever do it again? No. With the weather being like that, I'm just glad I did it. I learned a lot from it, but it made the trip beyond extreme difficulty. I didn't even know how to put it together. I'm somebody who has jumped off a plane, and I thought that was the stupidest thing I ever did. No, hiking Rim2Rim in one day with the weather that occurred was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. So again, I started at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was perfect time. Thanks to the storm, it kept everything cool. It started raining from the beginning. It stopped maybe a few times for a few minutes, but it was constant rain from the beginning to the end. But the last 4.5 miles it was just drenching, storm, thunder, lightning, you name it, fog, mud. Wow. I did share some of that footage on my documentary as I was going down, so hopefully you get to see that video. But yeah, I did. The snacks worked perfectly. I never had no trouble with meals. I had more than plenty. I only had snacks on the way down. I should have had one good meal when I did my second stop at Cedar Ridge, but I didn't. And when I got to Phantom Ranch, I was kind of hungry, so I said that's not a good thing. So if I would have eaten a nice meal, a good meal then, it would have been an easy trip all the way to Phantom Ranch. Phantom Ranch was full of people. It was fun. Nice to see some people there. What I did, I had a sack lunch waiting for me. It was a bagel with cream cheese, and I had a energy bar. They had what else they have? Electrolytes, an apple, and that was perfect. That's one less item I didn't have to bring down, but I really didn't need it. I just wanted to taste it because my group that I'm taking on the 19th, I ordered it, so I wanted to see how it was gonna taste. Again, no issues with water, to be honest. I know after Phantom Ranch, you know, from Phantom Ranch to the North Rim is 14 miles, so I had to say to myself, man, do I have enough water for that distance? And I said, yeah, I should have no problem, because again, the weather was so cool that I didn't perspire a lot. I kind of felt like I did, but I think it was because I was just soaking wet. By the time I was done with the North Rim and I checked my bag this morning, I still had 1/3 of the water left, and I still had one 12-ounce water. So no issues with the water, even though there was no water on the North Rim. Clothing was perfect. Didn't have any issues with it. When I stopped at Cottonwood, that's when things started really hurting. That's the first time I switched my socks. But again, right after I left Cottonwood, that's when everything started going down the drain. I mean, it doesn't matter if I had 17 pairs of socks, I was just soaked. It was just non-stop heavy rain. So everything from my shoes to my socks to my pants, everything was just soaked. I can't explain the soakedness of soakedness. I don't know if there's anything else I could have done different. I think what I suffered pain-wise was gonna come no matter what because of the rain. The rain made everything really heavy. It made my shoes extremely heavy, and then when the mud came in on the way up the rim, and it was just made each foot feel like 5 pounds each. But the worst, that was definitely my backpack. You know, I packed ultra light to go down to this Rim2Rim, so my backpack was maybe 15, 17 pounds. Yeah, well, I weighted it when I got to the top, and it was 27, 28 pounds at the end. And I think that's what caused my issue under my left trap. And my feet were just killing me. At the end of the day, it was just extreme fatigueness. When I lost connection with my satellite radio phone, when I left Cottonwood, that's the feedback I got, that my followers only got the last text I sent, which was, I have 7 miles to go, which was Cottonwood. Nothing was working, so I had no idea distance-wise how long I had, and I can't see because it was full of fog. And you can see in the video, you just can't see anything. So it was extremely hard to get out. I was gonna get out no matter what. I took baby steps. I think every 30 seconds, I had to stop for 10 seconds just to control the heart rate, just enough to just keep going. But I know the goal was you have to keep moving. If you sit down and like, let me wait 10 minutes, it just makes it a lot harder. The switchbacks on North Rim are killer. They're nothing compared to Bright Angel, and the steepness of the North Rim is too high. I mean, you're up 8,000 feet. It's 1,000 feet higher than the South Rim, and it's gonna challenge you. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a challenge, something that will push me to the limit and to see where I could take it. I knew I was gonna get out no matter what, so it wasn't the issue. It's just how much it was gonna hurt, and it freaking hurt. And again, would I would do it again? Not with that kind of condition again, but I know I have it under my belt. I've always wanted to do it with rain, but I definitely got thunderstorms. Water again was great. The food was perfect. The clothing was great. The poles, I would never go hiking without poles, and I would not change anything. I think I did it the best I could, and I finished it 30 minutes later than I wanted, I wanted to get here at 6, which will match the fastest I've done it with a group. But again, after I was pacing great. I was supposed to have gotten out of there around 2:30 if I kept the pace that I was going, but I ended up sticking around until 6:30. And everything, again, after I left Cottonwood, it was just God throwing everything at me, because that's kind of what I asked, so I thank you. But he protected me, and I got a lot of texts from people prior to the Cottonwood to help me out. But again, 30 minutes short of the goal. So that's my Rim2Rim solo under extreme condition. I think the only one I have left that I would like to experience is snow. I heard it's a little more challenging, so don't be surprised if you catch me over here with a snowstorm, because that would be pretty amazing. So again, this is Max from the 2020 Grand Canyon Experience. Thank you for following, and I hope this video helps you if you ever decide to do a Rim2Rim with extreme thunderstorm weather. Take care.